I think this is the third time that we are trying to do this. We are trying to stream, and I am just running into all sorts of problems tonight. But I think this time it will work. Um, who knows? I'm double checking here. The internet is causing all sorts of things. Well, it looks like we're live now. Hey, folks, I'm Tom Vasel.
I'm Melody.
And, well, we are talking about, we're talking about stuff. You guys ask questions, and we'll answer them. So we're finally here. We're finally answering questions. We're only 6 minutes late. Although we were on time, I'm just not sure what happened. So we'll have to figure it out in the future. So anyway, if you have asked questions and you have anything, we'll try to answer some of them on screen. So that's just what we're doing tonight. Not anything else. We do these daily chats every night at 9 p.m. You're welcome to join us each night. We're going to do for the foreseeable future. I mean, personally, I prefer if we didn't do these for very long, but it is what it is. Yeah. Alrighty. So mostly people are saying hi instead of...
And someone said that they can also hear us. So
that's good. Well, it's good for some people. All right. Here we go. I'm going to move this down here. Favorite Pixar movie?
Oh, because of the chat earlier.
Yeah, everyone's talking about that. Well, that's too big. For me, it's probably Inside Out. Inside Out.
Yeah. With joy. That's Inside Out.
But I think Incredibles and Monsters Incorporated are also really good.
Yeah. And I get Pixar and Disney movies mixed up all the time.
I don't know how.
I don't either. And also DreamWorks. For some reason, I'll think one movie's Disney and then realize it's not. And then it's really stressful when I'm trying to find it on Disney Plus. But yeah, favorite Pixar movie? Probably mine is Inside Out as well.
All right, what new games have you been enjoying lately?
We played the one that comes to mind instantly is the Fast Lost game.
Really? You like that one that much? That was a pretty good game.
It was also different. That's probably why I remember it. Because a lot of games will be good, but because I play so many, they all kind of mesh into one game, and I can't remember one game from the other.
For me, it would be Forbidden... Well, I'm sorry, this wasn't asked to me, but Forbidden Waters.
Oh, yeah, that one too. That was also really good.
Favorite animated film or show?
Animated.
You don't have to worry about it. If it's Pixar now, you can say anything.
Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir. It's sad that it's a kid's show, but I really enjoy it.
The Miraculous Adventures of what?
Ladybug and Cat Noir. It's a kid's show, but I...
Miraculous.
Yeah, there we go.
I hate this show. With a passion. Like, I hate this show.
The newer seasons suck. I don't like the newer ones.
I don't like any of it. I like to be really clear how much I hate this show.
But, like, if I think of but then after that, I like Gravity Falls. That one's a good animated one. And then, I don't really watch that many animated shows anymore.
Someone said, are you at home?
Yes.
All right. So, yeah, Melody did play Forgotten Waters with me. And what was your name? Do you remember?
Oh, I know Nick's was Ernie the Toothsome. That's and, I don't remember. The other one was something Jacoby or something like that. It was really weird. We did the roll the dice and make the custom names.
We didn't use the names a ton while we were playing, so that's why...
Well, I did. Every time, remember, it was like, I don't like being a pirate. Take this pirate, for example. And
oh, that's true. You knew other people's names, but you didn't know your own.
Yeah.
Do we ever get the itch to wheel out the tubs of Heroescape?
I do. Mainly because I do like the building part of it. Because I think that's half the fun of Heroescape. So every time when we're sorting out the Heroescape stuff, I'll want to build something with it.
I'm thinking maybe we could do this some Friday at the studio after all the other work is done. We could build a Heroescape thing. It's been ages since we've done one.
The last time I think was when you played that karate dude, and like it was a long time ago.
I do remember that. That was a good game, and I won with that guy.
Only because you found out you made a mistake. That was the only reason.
Melody's a bit quiet. Well, that's just because of her. We're using the same microphone, and it's actually closer to her. I'm just a big fat loudmouth.
I'll speak louder for you guys.
Favorite Ghibli movie?
Ooh.
Probably Spirited Away. I like a lot of them, but
Oh.
Spirited Away is that just perfect mix of Alice in Wonderland and Wonder and...
Spooky.
Are these movies online anywhere?
I don't know, but my favorite one is Kiki's Delivery Service. That one I really liked.
Watch Spirited Away online. Is it on Disney Plus?
I don't know. I think people are just searching up stuff on Disney Plus all the time.
Is it on Netflix? It is not. Well, there is a streaming search thing, which I always use for that thing called Just Watch. All right, and then
this.
that way I can see. All right, Spirited Away is not on any of them. Boo! Boo! I mean, you can buy it on all of them.
But
it's kind of pricey too. All right. Games of Fire says, thanks for giving him advice.
You're welcome. I don't remember this, but I also, yeah.
Is it Forbidden or Forgotten Waters?
Is it Forbidden? Oh.
It's Forgotten Waters. Forgotten Waters. Sorry.
Never mind.
Any interest in learning a foreign language? Sure. I always have interest in that, but the amount of work it entails is quite a bit, and I just haven't put the effort into that.
Like, I want to, but after having 2 Spanish classes, I learned that I'm not the best at it. Especially since Spanish is one of the easier languages to learn, as to what I've heard at least, and I did not do well.
What TV show do we hate the most?
Almost any show that my younger sisters watch nowadays.
There's that one that's so bad. I can't remember what it is, though. I hate every moment of it.
Well, I hated Teen Titans Go.
I did not like Teen Titans Go.
But then you started finding it funny.
I did laugh aloud at it. Yeah, that is true. It made me laugh despite me hating it.
I also don't like their Some Assembly Required one. The one where the teenagers are running the toy.
Oh, that's it. That's it. Right there. You're right. Some Assembly Required. It's a Disney show, which makes me want to gouge my eyeballs out. Alrighty. So what do we think of the new Marvel... I don't know, you haven't heard this.
No.
They're making new Smash Up, Marvel Smash Up.
They need more Smash Up. Is it going to fit in the box?
Yeah, I will, actually, because I have that gigantic Smash Up box. But Marvel is fantastic.
But is it going to be Marvel, or is it like Marvel,
well,
like they're like the princess one?
They haven't, so let's bring it up here. Let's bring up the thing here. We'll all take a look at it. So let's jump to this one here. And that's the wrong one. There we go. All right. The mightiest rivals meet for battle this fall in the Ops Smash Up Marvel. And so they show a couple cards there.
So it's a mixture of good guys and bad guys. Or is it two? Oh, it's 2 different ones.
I'm sure they're 2 different factions.
Yeah, because you can see the icon on the bottom corner.
Oh, then that's Hydra.
Mm-hmm.
And that is...
I don't know what that one is.
Marvel United. I don't know. Oh, the Ultimates.
Oh.
So there's 8 factions, Ultimates and Hydra. Great. And I'm going to definitely mix these with other stuff. So I'm going to have Ghost Hydra.
Oh.
Ninja Hydra. Dinosaur, bears, Russians riding bears, Hydra.
Princess Ultimates.
Yeah. Alrighty. We know favorite Feld for Tom is Bruges. What's Melody's favorite Feld?
Oh, there's many.
Really? I'm going to list them
No, I mean,
here.
there's many games, but I don't remember which
All
ones
right,
are
so
which.
here we go. Those are all his games.
I'm trying to see which ones I played.
I don't think you played many of these games. I'm not sure you played any of his games. Did you play
think I-
Merlin?
Mm-mm.
Carpe Diem?
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't recognize any of these.
Castles of Burgundy? Hey, this isn't me keeping Melody from playing these. This is just total bad luck.
Yeah,
with
because there's
her
a lot of
missing
games
out on it.
where he'll play it and I just happen to be playing another game at the time, or I'm just not there at all.
Playing any good video games recently?
Yes.
If it is Animal Crossing, which it is,
Definitely.
what was before that?
Well, I just recently got a new Switch for myself, and mainly for Animal Crossing, honestly. But before that, what games have I been playing? Mario Kart has definitely been one I've been playing a lot.
I've been playing a ton of Skyrim.
Oh, and the new Pokemon game, too. I got Pokemon Sword, and it's the first Pokemon game I've ever played, so it's very interesting.
Now, did you ever go to TBS Comics on 9th Avenue in Pensacola when you were at college?
No. I
Really?
didn't know that was a place. I don't really go off campus very often, mainly because I am worried about my car. So, it's an old car.
My car and
His car. And that's another reason why I don't want it to break.
I want it to be used. All right.
Not to mention just time. Trying to find time to go off.
I've been there though, and it's a really nice store. What game do you completely disagree with your dad's opinion on?
Not. I don't know. Can you think of one?
Oh, I'm sure I like games that you hate.
The Mind.
You don't like The Mind?
No.
At all?
At all.
How do you like Pensacola?
I really like it. The weather is honestly different than it is down here. It's hotter, weirdly. I find it a lot hotter, even though it's more up north, but it's probably because it also gets colder in the winter, and it's hot. I think it's because it's a little bit more humid because we're closer to the water, so it gets hotter and icky.
I really liked it when I lived there. What are you majoring in?
Math education with a minor in English education. I used to be elementary, but I decided that I liked math more and decided to focus on that.
What's your favorite genre of games?
Worker placement. Definitely.
What makes up the best hamburger?
Mushrooms.
Well, first of all, cheese is a requirement. All right. And,
Real cheese, too.
of course. Yeah, that's true. I personally do not like a hamburger much without lettuce on it. I want something leafy green and an onion. Lettuce, onion, tomato, cheese. And then for toppings, it all depends on the mood I'm in. I could do mustard, spicy brown mustard, of course. Or I could do barbecue sauce. I could do ketchup occasionally. Or a mix of those.
For me, I'm not much on the leafy part of hamburgers. I like when there's more meat on it and lots of cheese and different toppings like mushrooms, cooked onions, and melted cheese.
I actually like the onions
I like melted
fresh
cheese.
myself.
I don't like uncooked onions. They're too powerful.
Would I rather show my American friends beet and bop or my Korean friends key lime pie?
Beep and bop.
American friends beet and bop because key lime pie might be too sweet for a lot of the Koreans.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, their desserts aren't as sweet as American ones for sure.
That's true. Especially our key lime pie.
That key lime pie is sweet. But beet and bop, I've yet to introduce that to someone in America who didn't like it because it's really good. Ghibli is on HBO? No, okay. I'll have to look it up. What have you been cooking while stuck at home?
Oh,
I'm cooking Easter dinner this week. I don't know what I'm making yet, though.
Are you not making your signature sausage and shrimp?
I'm thinking about it, but I can't get to that one seafood store, which really bugs me. I don't.
Is it closed?
I don't know. I'm assuming they're open. I don't know. I don't know if I want to drive that far just to go to a store.
That's true. Well, Nick and I, we've been finding different recipes online and seeing if there's the ingredients at home. Like we made that pasta stuff with the cheese. That was good. And then we're planning to make more cookies.
The Kiki is the best. It's about a kid who leaves home so her parents can have some peace and quiet. Has your school moved online for the rest of the year as well, and how is that going?
Yes, my whole college semester, the rest of my semester will be at home online. It's going pretty well. I watch my classes in the morning. I work for him, and then come back and do most of the homework. So it's still stressful though, but college.
It's pretty neat though. I was watching it. I mean, it's much better than I thought it would be. Like there's the teacher, there's the overhead projector, or whatever.
Well, some classes do that though. Not all my classes.
The math one I saw.
That one I did like.
Because they show the work in one area, the board in another area, the teacher in another area. I thought that was pretty neat.
Mm-hmm. And you can switch between what you want to watch.
Have you watched Grave of the Fireflies? I have not watched that one. Melody, did you get bangs?
I did. I got them last year sometime in November, I believe. Well, they're messy now, but they normally look a little better.
Have you ever yelled at other players while playing a game?
Yes. Have you played a party game?
Have you ever yelled at a player outside a party game?
Yes. Especially in worker placements when someone takes your spot when you really, really, really needed it.
Is there any particular player you yell at more often than other people in games?
Jason.
All right. All right, let's see here. Have we watched Onward?
Yes.
Yes, that's a great movie. Great movie.
Did we watch it last week-ish?
I thought we watched it before you guys got here.
Mm-mm.
We watched it before it came to Disney Plus. That's annoying. I actually rented it. I would have just waited a week. Do you like comics?
I do, but they're different than his. I have a comic app on my phone called Webtoon, and I love just finding the different ones on there and just reading them.
I'm writing that down to remind myself that I do Hoopla. I will do it. No, see, okay, this is a misnomer here. Because we've talked about it before, Melody's lost her sense of smell.
Mm-hmm.
That does not mean your taste goes. If your smell and taste were the same, then they wouldn't be differentiated.
Yeah.
They would just be the same thing. They're
like if
not.
You smell roses, you're not tasting them.
Right. Anyway, Melody can definitely taste between different foods. It's a different taste. If you have a cold and you can't smell, which is very possible, you still can taste food. It's going to taste different to some degree.
Because you're used to smelling it while you're eating it. But because I grew up with it, I just taste without smelling. Probably means I'm less picky, because if some food smells a bit off, I don't care, as long as it tastes good.
Have you ever bumped the table and ruined a game?
Yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That one game where it had the slanted board. I don't remember what it was. It also...
Oh, that's right. That
was annoying.
Abra, I think, or...
It had some fabric name.
Was it Abra? What was that called? Not Abra. Aza. It was a big...
was it Azra? A-Z-R-A?
A-Z-R-A? No, that's not. It's not. That says Azul. It's not Azul. It was a big Euro game, and you put these little things on this tilted board for like keeping track of stuff, and you could easily knock them over.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the game was ruined though.
After that, we started taking pictures of the board constantly.
All right, I'm answering this one time. That's Nick. Nick is engaged to her. Do you like DC or Marvel better?
Ooh.
Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel's better, but...
Not even close. Not
DC
even
had the
close.
better shows, like TV shows, like
Oh, that's right. I
Flash.
forgot you guys like those shows. Have we ever ridden on a hot air balloon?
I haven't.
No. The closest we did was we rode on that fake hot air balloon at
Lotte
Disney
World.
Springs.
Lotte World also had that fake.
Well, that's a ride. But at Disney Springs, there's that hot
I've
air
never
balloon.
been on that one.
Did I go up while you weren't there?
Probably. I know you went on the senior trip one.
I definitely went up with some of the kids.
But not me.
Sorry. Have you seen some of the cards for Dominion Menagerie expansion online yet? Well, actually, we've played Dominion Menagerie, and the review of that will be going up in, I don't know, I just recorded it today. And I'm 3 weeks ahead, so 3 weeks from now you'll see it. Ooh, the Monumental Kickstarters are showing up? Oh man, that'd be cool to get one of those. No. I like Skyrim, but sadly my arrow firing is dreadful. Well, you get better at it after a while.
I killed one villager on accident and then felt so bad I stopped playing.
Tom, what music does Melody like that you don't get? Melody, what is the old fogiest music your dad listens to?
Ooh. There is a music that you're listening to today that I was like, okay. I don't know. I guess it's the more like I like quartets, but then also at the same time I'm more picky about them.
I think Melody's music is closer to mine than any of the other kids.
Every time my dad plays music, I'll just start taking his
Her
songs.
playlist is a lot of stuff that I have. I don't know that she listens to stuff. The other girls' music drives me nuts more.
But I also purposely play songs that you like around you.
Melody, what's your favorite Dominion expansion?
Oh, I don't remember. I haven't played Dominion in such a long time that I don't remember one expansion from the other. So I can't answer that one. But whatever one that has a lot of player being mean to other players, I think I remember that one. We played one where it was just full of attacking other players. I was not a fan of that one.
Favorite food from another country?
Mondagook.
Really?
Yeah.
We never have that anymore.
Not with you around. We had it like last week. It was when you made us go home. We got it for lunch. It was really nice. That's why you don't have it very often. They have it when you're not home.
Let's see here. Sorry. We're catching up on questions here. Is the audio low for anyone else? I don't know if it is or not, but if it is, you can always turn it up, I guess. We have it kind of cranked here, so.
Yeah. I'm sorry if I'm quiet.
Let's see. Are hot dogs sandwiches? Yes. But they're like sandwich adjacent. Who cares? Because it doesn't really matter. The best hot dog wouldn't even make the top 10 sandwiches. There are amazing hot dogs, don't get me wrong.
I think hot dogs just have their own category.
The most amazing of hot dogs still wouldn't beat a Reuben, a Monte Cristo, a...
Panini.
No, I don't know.
I like paninis. They had them at PCC. I like them.
What was your favorite thing you saw in Egypt?
Ooh. Specifically Egypt, I think we spent the least time there, but probably seeing how big the pyramids were was kind of a awing thing. It was also really foggy, so that kind of ruined the effect a little bit because you would look up and you just see fog. But later on, when the fog kind of cleared, it was really, really big and really cool.
Let's see here. Tom, I saw your Forgotten Waters review today. As a player count of 3 to 6. I mostly game just with my wife. Could it work with 2? Doesn't it seem like it could?
Yeah. I feel like if you can just take another pirate character and have each player play with two. Because with three, you're already having one person play with two.
Sure, and with the second character, you don't have to like fill in their story. Who cares? You just put them out as a worker placement.
And you add it to your own personal stats. So, maybe.
Yeah, I don't see how that would be a problem. I mean, I think it would work.
The only thing is, what would you do with that track? Is it only for Who Feeds the Hunger Crew then, though? The one of who goes.
I would put all four
stuff?
people on the track then, just to move them around. Batman is the best superhero. Change my mind.
I'm not going to because he's my favorite too.
No, Batman. It keeps. I mean, don't get me wrong. A lot
the newer
of these,
Batmans are more darker than what I prefer, but
yeah, he's just not a nice guy. He has a bad attitude problem.
I like the cartoon versions.
Now, Spider-Man, if I met Spider-Man, I'd hang out with Spider-Man. I wouldn't want to hang out with Batman. I'm glad Batman's protecting me, but Batman's a jerk. I really do like Batman.
I still like Batman the most.
Agra. That's right. That's the name of the game.
Yep.
We were close.
We just needed the one letter.
Right, we took a picture of the board because we were afraid it was going to fall over the whole time. Have you read anything for pleasure recently?
Besides comics, I don't know. Mainly because I've been hanging out with Nick more. It's kind of hard to find time just to sit and read.
Let her read.
But what was the last thing I read though? I still get Owl Crate stuff, so I'm looking to read some more of those books. So.
What are your favorite amusement park rides?
Roller coasters. Anything that's crazy and goes all over the place, I love them. That's why I like Universal as the best amusement park, because they have the best roller coasters.
Tom, have you read any of the Stormlight archive books by Brandon Sanderson? Yes! Or as the kids say these days, yes!
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
All right.
Even I don't do that.
I am currently rereading all three of them because I'm getting ready for the fourth book, which is coming out. I'm in the middle of the third book right now.
Which one's Stormlight? I'm trying to remember which one's the book.
Kaladin.
Oh, I'm in the middle of reading that one.
The first book?
Yeah.
It is so good, the ending. The ending is so good. The first book is, and you're reading through, you're like, man, these guys are having terrible lives. But the ending is so good, and the second one has a better ending, and the third one has an ending that's better than the first and second one put together.
That's almost all his books.
That is true. That is true. The ending of Mistborn was just like insane.
Like you didn't even see that coming from the first book at all.
Is there a game you consistently beat your dad at?
Not anymore, at least. Because
What does
I
that
used to
even
be
mean?
like kid games, the one where little fingers were required.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. I feel like I'm not suddenly getting better at games.
Also, any push your luck games. I normally beat you in those because
That's true. I am terrible at them. You can listen to my playlist on Spotify. Yeah, if you search for Vasel, you'll find Vasel's fun music, Vasel's Christmas music, Vasel's peaceful music. Yeah, and you can see what kind of music I listen to, and you'll be annoyed. What's your favorite math class?
Ugh, not algebra. That's the one I'm taking now. I am not enjoying it. But, I don't know. I like the ones with easier formulas, like geometry. Because then you basically are just finding, like, the formula of a thing. And it's simple.
What's your favorite non-Dice Tower convention?
Well, the only one I go to is Gen Con. So, Gen Con.
What's the best Dice Tower combination?
Black with almost any color. For me. Almost any color. Like
It
black
all
and brown.
depends.
Bleh.
I'm looking for dice around here. I don't care as long as it's a strong contrast. Are taco sandwiches? They are not.
No.
Is there bread? There is not. Therefore, not a sandwich. The Chicago dog is overrated. It is not, sir. Chicago dog is amazing. I'm not saying it's the best one. Have you played the Dungeon Pets expansion?
No. You've shown me it, and then I played the game again, but you never.
I thought you played it at a convention with some people.
Mm-mm. I just played the base game because that's all they had.
Oh.
Although I don't like that game as much anymore.
Tom, why did you think doing these nightly talks would be a good idea, and are you happy with the turnout so far? So, no, it was a bad idea, and no, I'm not happy. No, I think they're good. Okay, so a couple hundred people show up each time, and it gives us a chance to talk to you guys and you to talk to us. We don't get a lot of time to talk to other people other than inside the family at this point. And so this is a way for us to talk, and even for the people in chat to talk one to another. And we've had lots of different guests on. This coming Friday, I think, what day is today? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, I'm doing it Friday. I got Eric Lang coming on. We'll just talk, you can talk to him and stuff. And then tomorrow there's one, and we have all different guys from the Dice Tower doing it. So, yeah.
I just got to move up from the couch.
I prefer Black Panther to Batman. Yeah, Black Panther seems like a more fun guy.
I don't know much about it, except what's in the movies.
Which Spider-Man? Peter Parker. Let's see. Jumping through here. Lots of things that people are now talking to each other. When's the next book coming out? You're talking about Stormlight this year. I know he's finished with it and turned it into the editors. So it's coming out later this year. Very exciting. I'm very excited about it. Do you read any nonfiction books besides school books? Not
very often. I'm more of a fiction person because normally if it's nonfiction, I still prefer it to be more exciting. But I'll read stuff that's historical-ish, like the Rifles for, was it Wadey or Waddy? Wadey. That one.
Wadey. Rifles for Waiting.
Like, I like that one. I don't think it is
No, that's fiction for sure.
So, it's based on a real event-ish, but still fiction.
I read a few nonfiction books occasionally, but they're usually just various Christian books. Favorite Wizard of Oz character? I have an answer for that.
Toto. I don't know.
I'd say my least favorite Wizard of Oz character is Dorothy.
I didn't like the Oz.
My favorite is the Wizard of Oz. Not the James, whatever his name is.
The one that was in that new movie.
In that new movie, not him. But I always liked the Wizard of Oz. Yes, he's a con. Yes, he's a charlatan, but I just liked his character. I thought it was an interesting character. While Melody is home, will we try On Mars?
What is On Mars?
It's a really heavy game. It's in the studio. Maybe we'll get to it. We have so many games sitting here that we haven't played yet. I mean, we're cranking them out at a pretty good rate, actually.
True.
Even with us playing tons of games, like we'll probably play a game tomorrow, and we'll probably play another 3 or 4 games over the weekend. And then I'll play a pile.
I want to play that one. I want to play that exit game.
Well, we're going to play that one first, actually.
Ah, there's another one.
And we have to finish the last unlock in that box. But yeah, even playing in full bore like we are doing, we're still not going to get them all done.
Yeah. And heavier games are, even though we're still stuck at home, it's still time.
What's your advice to keep people thinking positive during these times? The easiest way is to, I don't think you should necessarily avoid news per se, but to temper your news reading with positive stuff. If you just focus on the news, it will be negative, especially the news outlets that tend to sensationalize the bad news.
And talking to other people.
I've also found very specifically for like the Facebook and for Twitter, I am with a wide swath. If someone's negative, I cut them right out. I have some very good friends on Facebook who I have snoozed for 30 days because I just can't deal with their negative attitude right now. And that way, when I go to Facebook, it's a very positive thing.
I don't go on
And
Facebook that often, so I can't
well,
say
you're too
anything.
young for Facebook, I guess. But and Twitter, I'm just even with Twitter. If someone is negative on Twitter, I just say I don't want to see their posts, and that just makes my life a lot easier. I'm not talking echo chamber type thing where I only want to pick people who agree with me. I'm actually picking people who are just negative in general. I don't care what they're negative about. They're negative about this or that. The two people can be extremely negative about the same thing, but from different viewpoints. I cut them both out. And I'm
for me, it's
okay.
just talking to friends, even though, because especially for us, because we left college, we're just trying to still stay connected with our friends, so we're talking to them when we can.
Who's your favorite streamer?
Like YouTube streamer?
I guess, or Twitch. It doesn't matter.
I don't watch Twitch. Definitely Markiplier and GT Live. Those are my go-to YouTube channels that I watch.
I don't even know what any of that means.
Well, if you ever listen to Jimmy watching those little short video clips, that's who he's watching. Censored versions.
Geek Up bit sets or Meeple Source? I like Geek Up bit sets better because I like they're the ones that look like the resources, like the heavy gold bars and the oil cans. Okay. Meeple Source are all wooden with the painted stuff on them. They're both very good.
Stuff.
Huh?
I like heavier stuff because then it feels more.
Yeah, I like the weight of the Geek Up bits. Now, unfortunately, the Geek Up bits are more limited. There's only like 20 different ones. With Meeple Source, they make them specifically for games, so that's cool. Did I try Icelandic hot dogs? I did. American ones are slightly better. Sorry. I know that you thought that was not the case, but it is. But I do like the food in Iceland. People are not talking about calculus. What's the best YouTuber outside Dice Tower Network? Well, there's a lot of good ones. So I'll be very cautious because I don't want to leave people out per se. But I always appreciate Rodney Smith and watch it play. Jeremy Howard, I really like what he does. There's lots of good ones out there. I mean, and I try to get along with people. I mean, look at me and Roddy. You think that we're very different. We are. And yet we're still doing that show together. So that's fun. What are your thoughts on Starcadia Quest?
I really enjoyed it. I did like the whole different monsters per scenario thing. I haven't really played much with the expansions except for the build a robot thing, which I liked. But I don't know which one I prefer because I still absolutely love Arcadia Quest, the Pets expansion at least. That one was fun because in the Build-A-Robot, yes, your thing's upgraded, but I think the pets in Arcadia Quest had better abilities.
Okay.
And they're kind of cuter, but...
Let's see. How's Sam? I called Sam... I don't know, like a week ago, maybe? He was fine last time I talked to him. Stuck inside like the rest of us.
And I talked to his kids. I like talking to them.
Oh, recently?
Yeah. Like, I still talk to Catherine the most, mainly because it's just easier, and I just see what David's up to every once in a while. And Michael.
People are asking if I'm going to have various people on. Maybe. You know, I had so many people email me and say, I'm willing to be on, which is very generous and nice and thankful, but, you know, I'm just kind of almost picking randomly, like, this is who I'll have this time. That's just how it's going to work. And the other guys are picking who they're picking. Let's see here. Top 3 sandwiches. Well, I already said Reuben, okay? Reuben is there in those top 3. A full-born hoagie with roast beef, turkey, and ham, and just load it down, soaked in oil and vinegar and Parmesan. Okay, just... And then a Philly cheesesteak. Come on now.
Mine are a bit more simple because I'm not really a sandwich person.
Peanut and jelly.
That was a
butter,
joke.
And tuna fish.
I prefer burgers more, but the sandwiches I do have, though, like I said, I do really enjoy paninis, and even though they're simple, I really like grilled cheese with tomato soup.
Well, that's
Oh,
not
and turkey
that. You
sandwiches.
can't do grilled. Oh, grilled cheese is amazing. Now we haven't had grilled cheese in ages. Are they making it when I'm not home?
Probably, because it's more of a lunch than dinner.
Let's demand grilled cheese tomorrow for lunch. I demand grilled cheese. I'm gonna see if that works. I will have nothing for lunch tomorrow. Would you rather have a miniature elephant that acted like a cat or a gigantic ant that... Nope. Miniature elephant.
Mm-hmm.
Don't care what it acts like.
It's a miniature elephant.
I don't want a gigantic ant. Nope.
Even
nope,
though
I don't care what it acts
made
like.
it look like it was cool.
No, Ant-Man made it look like it was a funny movie.
But if a giant ant was walking
Nope.
in my house, that would freak me out no
Nope.
matter what it acted like.
Miniature elephant. We just saw miniature elephants in that movie Stardust.
Yeah.
Which, it's been a decade since I probably watched Stardust. That is a great movie. I forgot how much I liked it. It's very similar to Princess Bride. It is a solid fantasy, lots of silly humor, but a good story in it, good ending. I really liked it.
I watched it for the first time and I really enjoyed it. Oh, there's my shirt. Well, even though they do make unstable unicorns,
Yeah, this is funny. It
It's
says
just
we
a
just
turtle in
finished
general.
Charterstone tonight, our first Legacy game ever. What do you recommend for our next Legacy game? Clank. It's funny because I could play through a Legacy game at this point, and we don't. Ooh,
do you have a legacy game too?
I'm thinking about one. I'm still waiting for a couple games to show up. Today there was no games, no packages. Yesterday was no games. This is the first week in a long time where I've gotten almost no new games, and well, we're not crying about it.
Yeah, you're catching up on the ones.
Which pet would you rather have, a small snake or big spider? What does that even mean?
Ugh, small snake.
A small snake, and then I would immediately give it to a friend.
Because if there's a big spider, what if it gets out? Small snake.
Well, that's nice, Corey. Thank you very much. Pair character bowing down saying thank you. A negativity journal. No, I'm thankful post. Yeah. Well, look, I mean, don't get me wrong. Everyone's going to be down at some point. You're going to be mad about something, you know. I feel really bad. Honestly, the person I feel worst about in my immediate vicinity in this whole thing is my daughter, Amy. Because this is her senior year.
Mm-hmm.
So she misses out on all that end of year stuff. And you can't redo that. Like, you know, for me and even Melody and stuff. I mean, fortunately, Melody wasn't getting married this summer.
Yeah.
That would have annoyed you. But I mean, yeah, the people who have these once-in-a-lifetime events like weddings and even funerals and things like that, yeah, I can see how you could be down on that and negative. And there's nothing wrong. I mean, you can vent for a while. I just think you got to be careful where you vent.
Mm-hmm.
And then other people join you and talk about how awful everything is. And then people vent at other people, and they vent at the neighbors, and they vent at the government, and they vent at this and that and everything. And it's just, that's not very helpful.
And for me personally, when looking back, because I love writing about my life, I write journals all the time. But looking back, I definitely wrote more not good thoughts. But I was very negative in my journals, and it's just depressing to go back and look at it because it makes it look like my life was horrible, but it wasn't. It's just because I only wrote about the bad things because it helped me cheer up. So now I'm trying to write more positive, and then it makes it easier to look back and be more positive about what happened.
That is true. But that's just like a complaint form at a restaurant. And, you know, they said, do you have any feedback? People almost never fill it out unless it's negative. This slacker says Melody is slowly getting me in a gamer, but I'm a video gamer at heart. Well, that will change.
That's him.
But we all like video games here too, so that's not I mean, everyone's playing video games in the house right now except for me and Melody and my wife who's doing a puzzle. She does not. My wife, after 21 years of marriage, she almost never plays video games.
I've never seen her play one. I've seen her.
She played Mario Kart one
Confusion.
time and they laughed her into the oblivion. And she plays like the Jackbox stuff.
Oh yeah, but that's not really a video game.
Oh, right. Let's see here. I know there's lots of people watching streams everywhere, for sure. Someone mentioned that there's lots of people watching on Twitch, for sure. Have you played the new rules for Power Grid? I don't know what that means. Did you finish up the key lime pies that you bought yet? No, we've actually been
holding off on
saving those. We've been having
ice cream nights
Sunday, Saturdays, which
Sunday,
is
Sundays.
really, not a very thoughtful way to have done that, but it works. So right before we went down into lockdown at our church, we were going to have this gigantic ice cream night. And so I bought so many toppings, like you wouldn't believe the amount of toppings. I could open up my own little store to do the toppings, like those little things. And then everything got shut down. Well, I'm not waiting. We're going to go through those toppings.
Especially since some of them can go bad, like the raspberries.
Well, sure, I guess. But, I mean, at the rate we're going through the toppings, we will be doing this for a year. There's a lot of toppings.
But you also are the one who puts the toppings on everything.
I am. Oh, otherwise, people just be eating bowls of candy. Of the other Dice Tower regulars, who do you find the fun the most to play games with, against? I like playing games with all. I mean, like when me, Mike, Z, and Kenny and Roy get together, we have a good time. The brothers Murph are very, very fun to play games against.
I thought it said besides the Dice Tower regulars. It's like my friends, the people we go to the board game meetups.
Top 5 non-alcoholic beverages.
Sweet tea.
There's sweet tea in the fridge at work.
Really?
It's mango sweet tea.
Oh. A lot of the stuff in the fridge I don't touch because I don't know whose it is.
No, that's mine. We can have that. I keep forgetting about it. I stuck it in there. And then we haven't drunk it yet. So sweet tea, although I tend to like, my favorite of the sweet teas is blueberry white tea.
I just like the normal sweet tea.
I love that. Then limeade is really good. Cherry limeade is even better.
Definitely.
Sweet tea is good, but I like Arnold Palmer instead. Half sweet tea, half unsweet tea, half lemonade.
Yeah, because if you do sweet tea, it's a little too sweet.
Yeah, the lemonade sweetens up the non-tea. Cream soda.
Mine's root beer. I prefer root beer. I don't really drink sodas.
And
so
water with
root beer
meow. Philly cheesesteaks with provolone or whiz? Well, I prefer provolone. I don't mind the cheese whiz, but I prefer provolone. How often do you buy flowers for your wife or house? Well, it's always for my wife. Then what she does with them is, what she does with them.
It's for the house.
I just do it randomly.
Mm-hmm. You'll randomly see a flower vendor on the road and just randomly buy my mom flowers.
Yeah, that way it's not like not Valentine's or whatever. It's just flowers.
There was that one time, it was after Mother's Day, and you just bought so many flowers.
Well, that was because that was our anniversary.
Oh, that's true.
So I bought 100. 100 flowers.
Picked through the Mother's Day flower section.
Well, they were on sale. Do you think playing games can help kids academically? Come on now. Yes. What is the line between a sandwich and a burger? A burger has a burger on it, and then a sandwich, which is a bigger category, right? So a burger is in the sandwich category, but a burger has a burger on it. That's how you know it's a burger. Are you aware, Bonica, I started making a joke at your expense at the beginning of each Board Game Insider podcast? If I listened to or cared about the podcast, that might bother me. Ants are fun to watch, though. Fascinating little creatures. Ever have an ant farm?
Yes.
Sure. I think watching ants is amazing because they're inside glass. They can't get out. Even
ant farms.
Ant farms. Even like little ants running around because they're little. Little ants do not bother me. An ant the size of a dog? No.
That's honestly why I stepped
Have you
on
seen
ant
what
piles.
ants do with food? Like, there's like a wriggling bug.
Yeah.
What do ants do with that? Yeah, no. I'll sit there and be like, my arm hurts. The ant comes up. Like, no, it's feeling good. I'm fine.
Yeah, that's one reason why I stepped on ant piles as a kid. Was not because it was like, watch them run around. It was more like I liked watching them reconstruct the pile. I thought that was really interesting.
Who was the better nemesis? Ryan Sturm, Mutinous Eric, or Stephen Bonacore? Actually, for forgetting, Joe Stedman was a nemesis for a while, and so was the Secret Cabal. The best nemesis, the best nemesis is Mr. Bonacore for sure. The miniature racer may take away their docile nature and they get mean from the elephants? Maybe, but like a mean little elephant, like he's like, I'd still be like, that's so cute.
And they're quiet too because of the pads on their feet.
This guy said hi to Melanie, but we should
I don't know who that is.
Melody.
With a Y.
In my heart, there rings a melody that rhymes with harmony. Who's better at Cosmic Encounter? Oh, yeah.
He's better at bluffing. But because I'm bad at bluffing, people also don't expect me when I lie. Because I don't lie very often because I'm so bad at it.
If you could choose any movie to have a sequel, what would it be? Stardust.
Basically, any movie that ended badly. Just keep going.
I would have always liked to have seen like the sequel to Braveheart in that matter, but
I don't really know because I feel like a lot of movies just either end well that they don't need a sequel because I feel like if there's a sequel,
no, there's definitely movies I want to see a sequel to, but we just watched it. Alita: Battle Angel. 100% I want a sequel to that movie.
But isn't there one, or was that just a bad ending?
Well, I mean, I think they were. Well, I don't think it was a bad ending.
Like, if there's no sequel, though, it is a bad ending.
No. Could lead on February 6, 19. They have plans for Alita: Battle Angel 2 in the future. Yeah, is there a sequel? But yeah, who knows? There's plans for it, but
plans can get
plans schmans. Someone told me having an ant farm is like playing a real life Civ game. Yeah, that's true. I like ant farms. I think they're neat. What's your preferred player color? Sam is green and Z is yellow for sure.
Blue.
I'm whatever color. I mean, I'll play purple, black, white, orange. Those are my 4 favorites to play. After that, I usually end up playing whatever color is not being played. If I'm playing with Sam or Z, I'm not playing yellow or green. If I'm playing with Melody and Nick, I'm not playing red and blue. So it doesn't matter to me, really.
For me, it's also who I play with as well, because if I'm playing at college, I don't care, because I let the people who don't really know board games as well, I'm going to let them enjoy it as much as they want to. So I let them choose, and then I just pick whatever's left over.
What do you think about Rodney's sudden shift to doing heavy Euro just to Bust today? I don't think Bust is a heavy Euro, but I think Rodney just does games that need to be taught. I don't think there's necessarily a shift that's happening. The dice toppings. You can freeze raspberries. Well, that's where they are, actually. They are frozen. Favorite candy bar? I'm not a huge candy bar guy, so I'll say Nestle's Crackle. I think it's what it is.
Hershey's chocolate. Although we had Reese's, the Reese's Cup, they had like this bar that was amazing. I loved it. It was so good. They were randomly at the BCC store, and then they disappeared. But they were really good. They had like peanut butter in the middle.
With your big family, I assume you have more than one fridge. I assume maybe a deep freezer too. Yeah, well, actually, we have 2. Well, in the house, we have a half fridge, half freezer, like most people do. And then out in the garage, we have another full fridge and another full freezer. The freezer was easy. I got that immediately. We use it all the time. Although I don't like the deep freeze ones where you have to like dig through them. I hate that. It's like just a big...
Didn't we used to have a deep freezer in Korea? Because I remember getting ice cream out of it.
Yeah, but I always hated digging through it. I just don't like that. This one is like the one where you open the door and stuff. And then we have a fridge. It's really annoying. That's happened occasionally. We bought the fridge after Thanksgiving just to keep extra stuff in, and now we We keep a lot of water in it. That's
Mhm.
that's the main thing that's
And
kept
then
in
stuff that doesn't get used as often. Or bigger items. It's definitely the fridge to hold the bigger items.
What is your name? I'm not going to announce any top 10s that are in the plans because we actually had plans for top 10s and those all kind of fell apart. So tomorrow's top 10, is it tomorrow? No, Thursday's top 10 is just me, Z, and Mike Delicio, and we're talking about top 10 exceptions to the rule. These are games that we normally don't like this theme or this type of game, but in this case, we like it, and we explain why.
For me, that was Dead of Winter. I hated zombie games. Like, I do not like the zombie theme, but I love Dead of Winter.
Dead of Winter was on my list last time we did this. Will it be back? We'll have to wait and see. Of the Dice Tower contributors, who have I known the longest? Now, Sam, for sure, because I knew Sam at college.
No, never mind. That's true.
And so you were not born yet.
Not yet.
Then Melody, obviously, but she wasn't.
But I was on the Dice Tower first, out of everyone.
Then Joe, then Eric, Summer. And then there are people that I met throughout the years, and they weren't really part of the Dice Tower, but I just knew them in the background. And that infamous Shut the Door video, you mean the first time? Was it Melody? Could have been Melody, could have been Holly,
You
could
said
have
it
been
was
anybody.
Violet. You said it was Violet came in,
You think so? She would have only been like 2.
the one who wouldn't know to not go in.
Yeah, maybe. What is the most number of ice cream scoops you ever got in a cone? I actually am at the point where I refuse to put more than 1 scoop on a cone.
For me, it's 2, but only on a waffle cone because they hold more.
Well, okay. I mean, if you're putting 1 scoop in the cone and then another scoop on top of that, yeah, so 2. I don't want to have them melt all over the place. I'd rather have a bowl than a cone anyway.
And normally when I have cones, I don't even do scoops. It's normally the little machine, so there's not even a scoop. You just go and just watch it get bigger.
Do you have a favorite foreign language film?
I don't think so.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of Korean movies I like. But I don't know which one I like the best off the top of my head.
Like movie or show? Because if they're shows, different.
Let's see here. Would you rather have a Baby Yoda or 500,000? Like a real life Baby Yoda?
Would Baby Yoda just be like another kid, though, that just never grows up? But he'd be easy to feed. And bugs. Outside.
I think I'd have to go with the Baby Yoda. You can't put a price on a life. Well, I see that we are up to the last. No one remembers a small elephant the old man had at the start. No, that's what made me think of Stardust. There was a small, the lady was selling, a cage of small elephants, and I was like, "What? That's awesome! Why is he not buying those? He just walked right by him."
Instead, he went for a flower.
Went for a flower. Boring. Okay, I understand why he went for the flower, but still, I would have been stopping at the guy selling the baby elephants and been like, "Can I have these, please?" What do they eat? Peanuts? Grass? Seems like a useful thing. All right, folks, we're going to end here. We will be back tomorrow. I believe tomorrow Roy is doing a showdown live during the day. And then tomorrow night, there is another one of these live chats. Other videos and stuff are going up tomorrow. Actually, I will, if you give me a second, I'll tell you what's going up tomorrow. I'll give you a preview of all the videos you will see tomorrow. This document's getting pretty big at this point.
Do you not get rid of stuff that you complete?
Well, I do. I just usually start a new document, but I decided to just keep adding on to this one.
Ooh, it's long.
All right, so today is April 7th, so the 8th. Tomorrow I'm doing Games That Changed My Life Part 17, and the game is Duel of Ages.
I've only played the second one.
I'm reviewing the expansion for Starcadia Quest, Build a Robot. I'm opening up Batman Gotham Chronicles 2, all the stuff that comes in that. So I'm not reviewing it, I'm just opening it. I'm doing Look Back tomorrow. Mandy and Suzanne are doing Apptastic tomorrow at 6 p.m. Z's doing our daily chat tomorrow night, and Roy's doing a board game battle royale at 2. So that is 7 different videos that you have a chance to watch tomorrow on our channel. And then on Thursday, we'll be doing Board Game Breakfast Live, the top 10 list, and then I'll be reviewing Bumuntu and Florenza, the dice game. Mike will be doing the daily chat, and Brian Drake will be reviewing the expansions for Everdell. On Friday, Roy's doing Favorite Game Friday. I'll be doing Games That Changed My Life Part 18, Lost Cities. I'll be reviewing Make It Happen. Z will be reviewing Jumble Jam. I'll be doing the daily chat with Eric Lang. And Graham will be reviewing Flotilla, and Melissa will be telling us how to teach Keyforge. And that is Friday. And I'll let you find out the Saturday and Sunday stuff as we come along. But we are doing our best, folks, to have a minimum of 5 videos a day. I think that seems to be the case for a while, and possibly more. So there will always be different videos coming up, and hopefully you will enjoy them. I've been working hard to do some extra videos during this course. I'm ahead, so I'm doing some extra stuff. And that's pretty much
set
it.
up for them.
That's true. And Melody's working hard at getting that library together. What chapter are we at now?
We're halfway through 8. Like we finished the
8
third
out
row.
of 24 shelves. You're almost a
Yay.
third. Oh, well, we got plenty of time.
As long as we don't get locked out of it, we're good.
Alrighty, folks. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel.
I'm Melody.
And you've been watching Dice Tower Live Chat
Woo.
on the Dice Tower.